Golden State Warriors, as great as they are, it all started because of a blown opportunity. The Clippers had them up 19 in Game 6, closed them out. And it was before they had ever won their first title. Right then, that was a heated rivalry. And I thought that if they had been derailed by then, who knows what the future would have been like in the National Basketball Association. When you reflect, assuming you reflect back on that time, talk to me about what kind of feelings you have, and do you feel like it's the greatest missed opportunity of your coaching career?
No, it's a missed opportunity. I mean, we had a chance to beat, we did beat Golden State. Mm-hmm. You know, we knocked Golden State out. We're the last team to knock Golden State out.
Right, yeah. But
then we lost to Oklahoma. Right. In a series where it was done, basically, and we had a bad 5 minutes, right. You know, and, you know, some of our key guys struggled there, and it happens. Right. So, but you always look back, if you had made it through that series, and then we'd go on and played San Antonio, I think, and, you know, maybe we win that year. But you can't live that way, you know. The right, you know what I've always said, the right teams win. You know?
In the NBA, that's true more than anywhere else.
They really do. And so we were really good, but we were not good enough.
Doc,
and yeah, so you look back, you wish you could have. We were exciting. We didn't close games. We were not good enough.
Doc, that's in the NBA more than any other sport. The right team wins, right?
The right team wins most of the time.
So obviously you can't say who. That would be like, you know, interfering and all that stuff. But you can't invent Kevin Garnett. Either that guy is out there or he's not, right? Like that. So when you look around the league, I guess let me phrase it this way. Do you see certain players that you think, as a coach, that guy, I could build a championship team around that guy? Have you identified a couple of those guys?
Yeah, I can't use names.
That you believe you have a realistic shot at landing?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
How many are there in the league right now?
That you can build with one guy?
Where you think that's the guy that's going to change, that's going to bring the championship culture that I can coach?
There's several. I don't know if the NBA has ever been better than right now. The talent is everywhere right now. And so there's several guys from a coaching standpoint you can look at, and it said as a team builder, but it's more than just playing. Now, you look at Curry at Golden State, it's not just his ability. It's his ability also to allow himself to be coached, to invite players in, to want to play with others, to do everything right in the organization. And that's why they're so good, is because they all fit in. And it starts with Curry. Make no mistake. I mean, Durant is phenomenal, but Curry was there first.
The culture setter.
He set the tone. He really did. And, you know, Duncan and Robinson was like that. Right. Kevin Garnett was like that. They're just certain guys that understand what it takes to win.
Coach, do you find yourself looking at some stars? And you don't have to mention any names, but just looking at some stars, and some stars would have been that way in any era, while other guys, they're supported by the era of basketball that we're in now. The rules changes, how considerably softer the NBA is perceived as being now compared to what it was like when the bad boy Pistons and then Pat Riley's New York Knicks with Mason and Oakley and Ewing and those boys. Clearly the game has changed to some degree. Do you look at some stars and say, don't matter? No matter what era, they would have been that way.
Players like Patrick Beverly could have played on your Knicks.
But now,
there's no doubt about
this
that.
era facilitates their stardom. Do you see that?
Yeah, I think stardom is stardom. Okay. I really do. I think these guys are great in their own era, and they'd be great in any era. Stars are different. They really are. And they would be great. You can put any of these guys and any of the older guys in this era, and they would have figured it out, you know, because the players are always past the rules. And so if the rules change, the players adjust.
Do you need to get to the playoffs this year, in your estimation, to attract one of those marquee superstars to come to the Clippers?
No, I don't think so, but we want to. You know, I think we are attractive. You know, I think we have good coaching. I think we have a great organization. And I think we have a great nucleus of guys, and we do. This is the first time since I've been with the Clippers that we actually have flexibility. We've never had that, and we finally have it. We're going to take advantage of it.
Doc, before we let you go, I asked Magic this, and he said he felt like the Warriors and the Celtics are neck and neck this year. Do you think that's accurate?
Yeah, I do. I do. The Celtics are just so deep. Their bench is incredible. When you think about what Brad did last year with the injuries, but you can even make the case with the injuries, they were still better than the teams in the East because of their talent level. Danny Ainge has done an amazing job. He did an amazing job when I was there. I mean, he goes out and he gets talent, and that's what makes them special.
Do you think it's close between them and Toronto, as Max assumes? Or I think that the Celtics, not head and shoulders, but they are better than anybody else in the Eastern Conference. If they don't make the finals, I would be disappointed.
Well, I just think, yeah, right now I think it's the Celtics, but I do think Toronto's really good. They have a guy there that makes them really good. I mean, when you look at who they traded for,
Yeah.
He's special.
No question.
And if you sleep on Toronto, you are mistaken. So, Stephen, I'm going to have to agree with
You don't
Max
believe that. You don't.
Yeah.
on that one.
You don't mean that. You're just doing that to get at me. That's all. You're just doing that to get at me. You don't believe that. But that's okay.
You know what's crazy?
That's okay.
That's the second time now Magic also pointed to the depth of the Celtics. But I think actually Toronto's also very deep. The thing that blows me away about the Celtics is the starting five. Who's your worst player? Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown? That's your worst player in the starting five?
And the other thing they do, they defend.
That's right.
Yep.
Like, they defend as well as anybody in the league. And to me, that may be the difference.
You know who else does? Kawhi Leonard, your guy.
Yes, he does.
Maybe he'll be in LA
Finals
sometime.
MVP.
We'll
Appreciate
see.
you, man.